Unit 11, lesson 74, and I need you to pay close attention to this lesson, okay? Even closer, okay? Because this is something extremely used in English, and in Portuguese, we don't respect this grammar rule, okay? It exists in Portuguese, okay, but nobody speaks like that, okay? So we have to pay very close attention to it, all right? We are going to talk about the past of the past. The past of the past. So pay attention to this phrase here. Participants had revealed their secrets by the time they announced the end of the show. Participants had revealed their secrets by the time they announced the end of the show. Let's understand this sentence. Os participantes tinham revelado their secrets by the time, no momento em que, na hora que, they announced the end of the show. If you think in Portuguese, we say, os participantes revelaram os segredos deles na hora que eles anunciaram o final do show. Okay, let's understand. Em português, we would say os participantes revelaram, ok? Na hora, no momento que eles anunciaram o fim do show, ok? But in English, we don't say that because eles anunciaram o fim do show is in the past. But os participantes revelaram is past of this past here. Ok? For example, eles anunciaram o fim do show 8 p.m. Os participantes revelaram 1 p.m. So this action is past of this past here. So that's why in English we have to use the participants had revealed. I cannot say the participants revealed. Okay, the participants revealed. I cannot say that because this, it's a past action of another past. So the participants had revealed. In Português, we would have to say, os participantes tinham revelado na hora que eles anunciaram o fim do show. So the participants had revealed by the time they announced the end of the show. Okay? First, the participants had revealed. Is in the past of this past, they announced the end of the show. Okay? 1 second. It's really important to understand it because it is very used in English, okay? And if you conjugate the verbs past simple and past simple, but one is previous to the other action, it's going to be a little bit complicated for people to understand it. Let's see another example. That girl had tried 4 times before they chose her to participate in the show. Okay? That girl had tried 4 times before they chose her to participate. So they chose her in 2021. But she had tried in 2020, in 2019, in 2018, and in 2017. So she had tried 4 times, 2019, 18, 17, before they chose her, okay? So all of these actions here are past of this sentence here that's already in the past. They chose her. It's already in the past, okay? So we need to use in the past of the past. okay? And to make the past of the past, I have to use had plus the participle of the verb, okay? Let's see this sentence here. Quando eu cheguei a casa, meu filho tinha comido todo o sorvete. Okay? First, he ate the ice cream after I got home. So when I got home, my son, se eu falar my son ate the ice cream, what I'm saying is, quando eu cheguei em casa, ele comeu. Mas ele não comeu quando eu cheguei. Ele comeu antes que eu chegasse. So my son had eaten the ice cream. Ele tinha comido. Okay? So I got home 10 p.m. And my son had eaten the ice cream 7 p.m. Okay? And now it is midnight. Okay? So, when I got home, which is in the past, my son had eaten the ice cream. Past of the past. Is it clear? It's extremely important that it's clear for you to understand. Okay? And to make past of the past, we need two sentences, at least. One to show the past, and another sentence to show the past of the past. Okay? Like in these sentences here. They announced the end of the show. That's already in the past. The participants had revealed their secrets. That happened before this action here. Okay, so first this happened, and after this thing happened. This thing here is in the past. Okay, this sentence here is in the past. So this sentence here is in the past of this past, okay? The past of the past. And to make the past of the past, I need to use had plus the verb in the participle, okay? Like here, the girl had tried, okay, the girl had tried, okay? Tinha tentado, had tried. All right? Beautiful. Tip, we use connectors like before, or when, or by the time to connect these two sentences, okay? Antes, quando, ou na hora em que, no momento em que, all right? These connectors are used. For example, before, by the time, all right? Excellent, beautiful. Let's continue, let's move forward with the past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous has the same idea, but this action that is in the past was in the continuous. It was happening. It had been happening for a moment. This one we don't use in Portuguese, so pay attention to it, okay? Pay attention because this one here, it's not common in English, all right? I'm sorry, it's not common in Portuguese, so pay attention to it. I had been working on this show for 10 years when they decided to fire me. I had been working on this show for 10 years when they decided to fire me. So I have when here, okay, when here is separating the sentences, right? We use when, okay, we use when to connect, connectors, we use when to connect the sentences, okay? So we have two sentences here. I had been working on this show for 10 years, okay? And I have another sentence here. They decided to fire me. Let's understand. They decided to fire me is in the past, right? They decided to fire me. It's in the past. Let's say they fired me in May. No, in April, okay? They fired me in April. I had been working, no, in 2022, okay? I had been working on this show for 10 years, okay? I had been working on this show for 10 years. Now I cannot copy it. That's fine. I had been working on this show for 10 years. What is the difference between past perfect simple and past perfect continuous and past perfect simple? Past perfect simple is a simple action. Past perfect continuous is past of the past, but a continuous activity. I had been working on this show. It's not I had worked. It's not eu trabalhei, eu tinha trabalhado, ok? It would be eu tinha estado trabalhando. We don't say that in Portuguese, because it had a duration of time in the past of another situation in the past, okay? So when we have this situation happening in the past, and that is past of another past, they decided to fire me, we have to use the past perfect continuous. We had to use had, okay? But then we have to use been and the verb with the ing. Ando, ando, indo. Eu tinha estado trabalhando, eu tinha estado desenvolvendo, eu tinha estado dormindo, okay? For example, Sleeping Beauty, a bela adormecida, Sleeping Beauty, had been sleeping for years. Ela tinha estado dormindo por anos. Had been sleeping for years. When she woke up. Quando ela acordou. Ela acordou is in the past. She woke up, past, right? She had been sleeping for years, past of the past. Past of past. Okay? I think this sentence makes it clear. Okay? Let's see the next one here. The Big Brother TV show had been captivating audiences around the world for decades. Okay? So Big Brother had been captivated. Tinha estado cativando. All right? So let's summarize here. Past perfect simple, we have to use had and the verb in the participle. Okay? Had eaten, had spoken. Okay? My son had eaten. Ele tinha comido. Okay? And the past perfect continuous. Okay? The past perfect continuous is had plus been and plus the verb with the ing. Sleeping, sleepy, sleeping, beauty, beauty, had been sleeping. Okay, beautiful, excellent. Now we are going to do some exercise to practice it, to fix this content. We are going to do one exercise with the past perfect simple and another exercise with the past perfect continuous. All right? I'll do the first one of each, and then I'm going to give you some time to do it by yourself. Okay? And after, we are going to correct them together. All right? So yeah, letter B, number 1. When I arrived at the cinema, the film... Ok? So when I arrived at the cinema, quando eu cheguei ao cinema, the film já tinha começado. The film had started. Tinha começado. Posso colocar um already, já? The film had already started. Okay? But it's optional. Okay? The film or the movie, the same. The film or the movie, doesn't matter. The film or the movie had started, tinha começado. Had already started, já tinha começado. Alright? That's super easy. I know it's easy, isn't it? Beautiful. And let us see number 1. I work all day, so I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go out. Eu não quis sair. Okay? It's in the past. I didn't want. So I need a situation past of this past. So I had been working all day. I had been working all day. Okay, I had been working all day, so I didn't want to go out. All right? Now you're going to press pause. You're going to complete exercises B and C, and after we are going to correct them together. All right? So press pause now and do the exercise. All right, let's correct them together now to see if you got it. I know you got it because it's easy. It's different because we don't use this in Portuguese, but it's super easy, isn't it? Yeah, so letter B, number 2. She in China before she moved to Thailand. Okay, so she moved to Thailand. It's in the past. Before, past of the past. So she had lived in China. Okay, she had lived in China before she moved to Thailand. Ela tinha morado na China before we moved to Thailand. In Portuguese you don't say that, right? Ela já morou na China antes de mudar para Tailândia. Okay? That's why we cannot translate literally from Portuguese to English. We have to learn the English structure, all right? Beautiful. Number 3. After the rotten pie, rotten, estragada. Rotten. They began to feel sick. They began, okay, it's in the past. So first, you eat something rotten, and after, you feel sick. Okay, it's not the opposite, okay? So, after they had eaten the rotten pie, after they had eaten the rotten pie, they began to feel sick. All right? 4. If you listened to me, you would have got the job. Got or gotten, doesn't matter, okay? Got or gotten. Americans use got. British people, gotten. Doesn't matter. If you had listened to me, if you had listened to me, if you had listened to me, you would have gotten or got the job, okay? Se tivesse me escutado, if you had listened to me, okay? 5. Julie didn't arrive until after so first I left, after Julie arrived. So until after I had left, okay? After I had left. 6. She said that she visited the UK before. So she said, talking about something in the past, but said it's already in the past. So she said she hadn't visited the UK before. She hadn't visited the UK before. 7. We were late for the plane because... So we were late. We were late. It's already in the past. We were late. It's the past. Because we tinha esquecido o passaporte. We had forgotten our passports. Okay? We had forgotten. Nós tínhamos esquecido. Alright? 8. The light went off because the electricity bill. Again, lights went off. Past. The lights went off because we didn't pay, but we have to use it past of the past. So we hadn't paid the bill, the electricity bill, okay? 9. They not eat, so they went to a restaurant. They went is in the past. So they hadn't or had not. Doesn't matter, okay? They hadn't or they had not eaten. So they went to a restaurant. And number 10, we couldn't go to the gig because we couldn't go. It's in the past. We couldn't because we hadn't brought our tickets. Tickets, ingressos, passagens, bilhetes, okay? Multas. Ticket means a lot of things in English, okay? Tickets, not tickets. Tickets, okay? I apologize. Sometimes I'm focused on too many things here and I might misspell the words here, so apologize, okay? Forgive me. Beautiful. Letter C. Letter C. Let me copy here the first one. Oh, it's already here. Okay. So letter C, number 2. She slept for 10 hours when, okay, I woke her. I woke her is in the past. So she had been sleeping for 10 hours. Okay, she had been sleeping for 10 hours when I woke her up. Oh, I woke her, okay? 3. Live in Beijing for 3 years when he lost his job. Okay, so they had been living in Beijing for 3 years when he lost his job. Okay. 4. When I met Anna, it's already in the past. She had been dating that ugly guy for 2 years. She had been dating that ugly guy for 2 years. I'm handsome. That guy is ugly. 5. All day. So we felt in the past. We felt a bit ill. Ill means sick. Or you can say under the weather. Under the weather, okay? Doente, não se sentindo bem, passando mal. Ill or sick. So yeah, we felt a bit ill, so we had been eating all day. Okay? We had been eating all day. 6. He was red in the face. So he was, okay, in the past. Because he had been running. He had been running. Okay? 7. It rained for days and the road was covered in water. The road was covered in water in the past. So it had been raining. It had been raining. Oh, it had been raining for 4 days. Okay? And the road was covered in water. Number 8, I was really tired because, so I was in the past, I was really tired because I had been cleaning the house. Okay? 9, we out for 3 years. By the time we got married in the past. So we had been going out, okay, for 3 years. Go out is the same as date, which is namorar, okay? Namorar, going out. And 10, they studied English for 5 years before they met me. They met me is in the past. They had been studying English for 5 years before they met me. All right? If you still have questions about it, I doubt that, but if you do, just send us an email and then we'll be happy to answer you. All right? If you read the text again, okay, if you read the text here about Big Brother, you see that the text is full of past sentences, okay? Past perfect simple, past perfect continuous. The text is full of this type of sentences. And you will understand better this content, all right? And I see you in the next lesson for the listening activity, all right? See you soon.